Global Open here at Birmingham. Revan joined here by Ton. Ton, it's been 6 years since we've casted together in this very country. 6 years.
Holy
I'm glad we're reunited.
I didn't even realize I've even been casting for 6
I've
years.
been counting the days as they go by, my friend.
You know, I don't blame you. I'm a swell guy and a swell co-commentator. But let's get this game Mindfreak against Vast. Now, essentially, this decides who finishes last in this pool. Whoever wins, obviously, does not.
So it's like a match of pride.
Yeah, essentially. So, I mean, it gets you a step further in the losers bracket, if I'm correct. Or does it just get you a more favorable matchup? I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I expect Mindfreak to possibly close this. I feel as if their record that they currently have, with being 0-3, is only due to how hard their pool has been. Good against Luminosity, Splice, and Red Reserve. Never going to be easy. Yeah,
I mean, going into this event, looking at that group, it was easy to count Mindfreak out. And now we have a team, Vast, the open bracket team that got seeded into this pool. Actually had a chance to cast them in their match against Luminosity Gaming. Okay. It wasn't pretty, but look, it was against one of the top North American dogs. I don't think anybody really had a lot of faith of them going into that matchup and winning it. Now you're going up against a weaker opponent here in Mindfreak. I wonder if they could put up a bit of a better fight here.
Potentially, and it's going to be interesting to see if Mindfreak can get things going here. Buzzo does pick up 2 as they get the spawns towards Winery, and a fairly even restaurant leads us to Mindfreak in the lead by about 20 points. Denz is going to get the kill on the Swally, and Cells is trying to answer back here. Right, what are we going to call him? Are we going to call him Bums?
Who?
Noxium Bums, is that?
Oh, Nox.
Nox.
Call him Nox.
Okay, we'll go with that then, that's fine.
Just switch up his name, trying to be a little raunchy here on the stream. But look, what you saw right there from Vast is that they all decided to push through the arch side of the map, right up through field. They had an opportunity through Cells as he was pushing through Courtyard. He could have wrapped right and pushed through Armory, like over near the sandbags, and blocked off the spawns. But with time winding down, Mindfreak were able to push on out through the middle of the map and take a look at where Vast are now going to be spawning out. This is a rotation won by Mindfreak.
Yeah. Really well done by Mindfreak. They are going to get parking lot locked down. Nobody actually inside the hard point momentarily. Buzzo going to take his rightful position. You can see now moving from Radio Tower is going to be Cells and Swally. Kills being traded. Shocks does take down Nox, and backwards and forwards you go, and eventually it is going to be Mindfreak just getting the better of them there.
Trying to spot him over the fence, trying to lamp the wall bang, but because they're forced through such a narrow choke point going through the radio tower, these are just easy pickings from Mindfreak. Buzzo's just setting up and mowing them down as Vast just continue to push on through. When you have so much time at the start of this hard point, I really think it's worth investing 10, 15 seconds to try to set up a push through the middle of the map, try to get some position through field so that you can push around through stables, get those spawns in your favor, and then fight for the hard point time after that. Instead, Vast decided to just go right through Radio Tower, and this is a perfect hold for Mindfreak. Now they're starting to build a bit of a lead.
Really good stuff from Mindfreak. They're going to get the majority of the time there. Only a few going over towards Vast, and the rotation was solid for a second for Mindfreak. Buzzo is there. Answer back to Swally, who had picked up 2, but Mindfreak do have control of Lookout here. If they can lock this down, they're going to extend that lead, which is already at 60. Really good stuff from Mindfreak so far.
And speaking about 2, it's number 2 on your map that's making a big flank happen. That was Denz. He pushed all the way through Radio Tower, going for the long play. A big flank, had an opportunity to pick off multiple Vast players. Only is able to get 1 and trades his life out. As taking a quick glance at the scoreboard, looks like the slaying's fairly even, but take a look at Fida. 4 and 11, still yet to find a rhythm in his game, as we're about 150 total seconds scored in. Mindfreak with about a 50-point lead. So far in this Lookout Post hardpoint, it's been a solid hold from Vast. They're right back in this game, Ton.
Yep, they got the majority of the time there, and they're looking like they're going to pick up the final 15 as we do move back to Restaurant in our second rotation of Hills. And as we get there, it's pretty much only going to be a 20-point game. Vast have really come back into it throughout Lookout. I think they must have picked up about 40, maybe 45 points there. It's a good work from them. As we go into the second rotation, they are going to have control of Restaurant as well. Shocks going to be caught in no man's land there, just trying to get that final kill over towards Lookout, but really good stuff from Vast. They rotate around nicely, and Restaurant's one of those places where you can pick up a decent amount of points if you can lock 4 kills down.
Yeah, especially on the second rotation round, right? Usually, like, when it's the opening hard point of the game, as we saw between both these teams, there's traded time back and forth, but once you're able to win a rotation, you know, later in the game and get a proper setup going, yeah, you could certainly get a lot of time, especially if you're aware of how the spawns are affecting you on the map. Now, that's going to be a clean 4 down for Vast as Mindfreak start to set up on the map, and whenever we talk about these open bracket teams on Saturday for these open events, it's important to talk about the volume, the amount of games that they've been playing, and fatigue is sure to set in at one point or another for these guys.
Fatigue's a big issue, but at the same time, Mindfreak wouldn't have played a game yet today either. So you know, maybe they're not as
Yeah,
warm.
they're just sitting around watching.
Yeah, exactly. So Vasta have already played 3 games. Yes, okay, there is that fatigue issue. But at the same time, Vasta have had plenty of time to warm their shots up. They'll be feeling hot going into these games. Yes, okay, they've got beaten a few of their series, of course. But going into this, their guns will be feeling pretty nice. The shots will be more than warmed up. And they've got the rotation towards Winery here. They're still about 40 points behind, but it looks like a good hold momentarily as Fighter and Buzzer do make 2 kills of their own. And Shocks makes another one onto Evasion. Fighter can do with winning this gunfight and does, and they're going to force them out here. We do see Cells pushing down this left-hand side. He could be influential here, but a really good break by Mindfreak.
Yeah, it feels like throughout the majority of this game, it's been Mindfreak just comfortably holding that roughly like 50-point lead, and now it's starting to grow into even more as since Vast, they tried to set up that push, you know, going through back ammo, trying to play for the spawns, but they just weren't able to make the kills happen. They lose their engagements. All that time goes to Mindfreak, and now this is one of the longer rotations that we have in all the maps in World War II. Last time we were in this situation, it was Mindfreak. They were able to spawn Vast out and essentially trade positions on the map. This time around, FIDA has a key engagement, trying to work alongside Dens, looking to take out Invasion. Spawns should be contested here from Mindfreak, but you got 3 players on the top side of the map, and it's only up to FIDA. He has to stay alive, and I love the play he's making, just hiding out over near back stables. He knows that he can't make a play happen right now just by himself. He has to wait for his teammates to push up before they could break into the hard point.
If he pushes in there himself, he dies straight away and spawns all the way back. You know, he might as well wait, and he has done. And here come the rest of Mindfreak now. Kills just momentarily going in their favor as Fighter puts it well in their favor. Cells going down, and that's a clean break from Mindfreak. Love to see that. If you're an Australian Call of Duty fan, fantastic work from them. They are going to get the break, but Vasta there to try and answer back very quickly. Another 3 quick kills come in from Mindfreak as well. Great stuff from them. They're going to get a hold of parking lot with 20 seconds to go, and they're going to be passing that 200-point mark as we move over towards Lookout. They could end the game here.
It's a 14 combined kill spree for the side of Mindfreak. 6 from Buzzo, 6 from FIDA, and 2 for Dens. What I'm seeing for Vast need to be quicker on their trades, and they actually need to make the trades happen. They seem to be clumped up on the map, but they're just like not working off of each other. You know, you have one person go in and bait and draw the attention from Mindfreak, and the other teammates just aren't committing to the follow-up and aren't committing to the trade, and it's just allowing Mindfreak to get multiple kills back-to-back. And FIDA, he was the guy I pointed out not too long ago. He was struggling. Now he's on an 8 spree, 16-5, making a 9 spree. The guy's on fire. Mindfreak now with over a 100-point lead.
FIDA eventually does go down, but that lead is well and truly in Mindfreak's hands, as said. They could just about still win it here on Lookout as well, and I'm sure they'll try and do so. Dens is going to back off, though, until the rest of his team do come back up, so we're not going to see Mindfreak close it out here. But moving around, they're still got a dominant position right now. The streaks are coming in as well. They should pick up a significant amount of time if they can hold this mid-map cut as well. Got Dens in the middle of the map causing problems. Really good stuff from Mindfreak so far. They're looking dominant here in this hard point, Revan.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough to kind of gauge how these two teams were going to match up against one another. On one hand, we've seen a lot from Mindfreak over the course of this year, and we know that they're capable, you know, when they're performing at their best, they can hang with the top teams, and we've also seen what happens when they perform at their worst. And this is a Vast team where this is our first time really watching these guys play together, you know, as a 4-man team. You know, they're able to make it through the open bracket, but they're just falling a bit short in pools. But it's baby steps for these guys, right? I don't think you expect to come in as, like, your first open event as a team to straight out win it.
Well, I mean, is this their first open event as a team?
I feel like they have to, because Swarley enters the scene, right? He starts off the year on the Ghost Gaming squad, so that's the first 2 events, and then we just had Atlanta. It's possible that these guys team together at Atlanta, but we wouldn't know. Like, they didn't do anything significant.
So coming over to Birmingham, getting themselves into pools is still a pretty decent effort from them. It looks like they're going to lose this first map to Mindfreak, though. It's going to be 250 to 133. Commanding performance from Mindfreak there, but just a little bit too much for Vast. I mean, they just outplayed them on every single facet. I feel, you know, they outgunned them at times. The rotations were stronger as well. Good stuff from Mindfreak. Yeah, everything.
Everything was just better, and this is what we expect from a team that's in the Global Pro League, right?
Yeah.
We expect them to just outclass these open bracket teams that are making it through. So easy map 1 for Mindfreak. We like to see that. And then on the side of Vast, it seems like they were just continuing the struggles that I saw from them in their Luminosity game, you know, just falling a bit flat.
It's sometimes an issue when, you know, teams are coming out of pools, out of open, and they always seem to struggle when they come into pools. It'd be nice to see some teams come in there and really cause some problems. We've seen E6 have a couple of good games here today. They took it all the way around 11 map 5 against Unilad and FaZe and fell short at the last hurdle, but Who knows? You know,
We're
as the year goes
down.
on, we're seeing the teams get a little bit closer to that mark where they can potentially be taking some results against pool play.
Yeah, and we're getting to that point in the game's lifespan where it seems like the majority of things are starting to get figured out on the maps. There's not like a whole lot of great creative gameplay except when it comes to like search and destroy, where you can always mix up the strategy. So, you know, in that hard point, you know, Mindfreak, they out-rotated Vast. They outslayed them, you know, and all that just snowballs into effect where, you know, Mindfreak, that early 50-point lead that they had early on just starts to snowball, and they start to gain traction. And
well, Mindfreak take map number 1. We are going to go to a very short break before we go into map number 2. We'll be back with the rest of the series just after this quick commercial break.
wrong side of the map, as Mindfreak, they've backed up towards the bus side. This is a tough situation for Cells to be in because he's anticipating like one player on each side of the street, right? He thinks one's call, he thinks one's back bus, and just like that, he falls. Mindfreak coming out strong. They take map number, they took map number 1.
Yeah.
They also take round 1 here.
And you know, and you can almost say like at that moment, you know, he kind of looked confused in that situation. You know, you almost want to know, hey, I can't get this bomb. I might as well just play my life and not give up any more kills for streaks. Do you think it was a good decision for him trying to go for that defuse?
Well, the thing is, the player who planted the bomb was still alive, so
Okay.
if that fully explodes, I mean, I think the best play possible is to go over towards the water side and just jump off the map and, and give up your life, because he didn't even have a kill, so it's not like he has significant progression, and I think that would have been the play to make. But listen, this is what we expect from a team in the Pro League. We know that Mindfreak are capable. I think as long as they come in here, play their game, they should walk away with a victory.
All right, on board with Swarley. You're going to see both teams trading off kills, 3v3 situation. The bomb is over here by B on the B side in the hands of Swarley, looking like Vast eyeing it, trying to find the right opportunity to get in. And you're going to see a long-range nade by Shox to catch him back train. And so Shox, he's looking for intel. Another kill is going to fall, so that means bomb will be down. All going to be up to Invasion.
Shox looking for the wall bang. He's actually connecting, and Shox is getting pretty close to some streaks. I mean, him and Bozo, they're combining for 6 and 0, both on 3 sprees, 40 seconds remaining. Invasion just trying to find something, and Blaze, it seems like we were just in a similar situation where it was a 1v2 for cells. I think Invasion just walk back through your spawn, jump off the map, and instead he feeds another kill as Mindfreak win another round. Mindfreak
looking good, close to streaks as well. They're making this look pretty effortless. What does Invasion really need to do to come away at least with one of these rounds? Is it just, you know, try to kind of have some better gameplay on these defensive rounds? Is it, you know, probably prioritize a different bomb site? We saw him prioritize B both times, not working, and it's still early on.
I think it'll come out of their offensive rounds. I think you just need to be decisive towards one of the bomb sites and figure out a game plan. Even if you have to call something on the fly, if everybody trusts the plan, you know, you can make it work regardless of what else is going on the map. And this is one of the search and destroys that Vast actually played against Luminosity, and they looked abysmal at it. I'm actually super surprised that they let this one go through.
All right, let's see. Some early nades coming out. We got Mindfreak prioritizing the dock side, wanting to switch it up a little bit on them. Let's see. This bomb will go down. Still a 4. As I say that, Evasion managing to find one. So bomb goes down. Now the intel is here. Vast knows exactly where Mindfreak is. Evasion checking the riverside. He's going to get the intel.
Just peeking out. Shots being exchanged. Nice shots as he drops down lower docks. Picks up Shox. No third-tier streak earned from him. And now it's all down to Bozo. 1v4 has to stop the bomb. The fears are not going to happen. Vast got their first round.
Vast get one on the board, and we'll see if they can turn this momentum into some more round wins. This is good for them. But most importantly, you know, we saw Shox and we saw Bozo both heating up, and I'm pretty sure none of them got streaks off of that. I didn't see the guy who planted the bomb.
The guy who planted did get them. He got the first 2 tiers.
He did? Okay,
so
all right.
So, have those.
So the fighter pilot and glide bomb is going to be in the hands of Mindfreak. We'll see, do they want to use them early on? Is they're going to save them for a more difficult situation? I think they're going to kind of just play Vast out. See what they want to bring, because they've been having an easy time with them so far, so we'll see what happens.
And looking and seeing that everybody from Vast just changed their class to Mountain, I think you 100% save them. Obviously, there's no way for Mindfreak to know that until they call the streak in, but just the passive threat of Vast knowing that those streaks are in play, they got to run Mountain, and it's going to make them slower on the map. And Mindfreak, they can wind up stacking stuns because no one on Mindfreak is going to be able to run armored, so the stuns are going to be super effective wherever you throw them.
All right, so Vast making a next level decision. They're going to choose to group up towards the B side. Got a few guys in Subway. You're going to see Cells watching their flank, so they're going to have to commit to this one soon. Mindfreak is just saying, hey, make the move. Swarley picks up that kill on Dance. More shots being fired. They're looking to get the next one, but Bozo finds a way to pick up a big double kill on top of that bomb, being trapped in a difficult situation. So Mindfreak turns the odds back in their favor. Just when you thought Vast was starting to pick up the momentum, they still got a chance, but they need to be smart with it.
And that's the second time we've seen this happen in this game. That's a nice shot from Cells, by the way. Connects with the headshot onto Bozo, but just working the trades in your favor. You have the man advantage. Send one player out to bait, and then make that trade happen. You have the player weak. You can't give Bozo that free 2-piece. Mindfreak now find themselves back in this round, and Vast have no time to work with here. They have 15 seconds. Coming along from the flank, it's going to be fighting. He should be able to stop this bomb player. That kill is the round.
And he's going to get the double as well. So Fighter making those big plays, and once again, I love that shot from Cells. He was very slow with it. He knew exactly where that guy was, made sure he lined up for the headshot. But once again, they just a little bit too slow in those reactions to get that bomb down and allow that flank to come through. A little bit of indecisiveness from Vast, but we'll see if they can turn around. Mindfreak sitting pretty, also with 2 streaks of insurance in their back pocket as well.
Exactly that, please. Just being indecisive on the map. A lot of times when you see and watch some of the best search and destroy players in the world, their first thought that comes to mind is what they execute on, and they don't take a lot of time to think about all of the moments. They just go with whatever their first instinct is. But back into the game, Mindfreak up 3-1, still streaks to work with on the side of Shocks. Ooh. As Denzi's going to get taken out. First blood going in favor of Vast, and speaking of Denz, he's yet to find a kill in this game. 0-5 right now.
Let's see if he can do it. You know, early this week, I got the pleasure of seeing a player go 0-8, but still win the map 6-2. So that was a fun one.
That happens.
You know, as long as your teammates got your back and you're good. But this is going to be a vast round.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what. Throughout my playing career, I've had those moments where I've dropped donuts and my team has still won the game. It feels great. It's like, hey, I didn't have to do it. Thanks for doing all the work, boys. But you definitely have to get them back on that next map.
Exactly, and you still have a vital role in that. Even if you're baiting out a kill for your teammate to trade to turn into something bigger, even if it's the intel as well. But at the end of the day, it's all about as long as you win the map.
Yep.
That's the most important part. So, all right, going to be in round number 6, and we're kicking this one off with Shock. Still got those streaks in his back pocket. Got Mindfreak on the defensive. And once again, we're going to see Vast start to stack up towards this B bomb side, but Buzzo gets the first blood on Bums. So this is going to be a good position for him. Now Mindfreak once again chilling it. You know, we haven't seen Vast push the dock side so far, so Mindfreak has been a little lax on it. Swarley's trying to get close enough to get this bomb plant, and actually he's going to just get aggressive. Going to find Dance, looking for that next. So he's going to cut off this part of the map, but he's still going to have to wrap back around and plant this one. Shox is going to get the intel that he needs, and I think Mindfreak is going to go for the flank on him.
Yeah, Fighter's already pushing through. He's through Beer, but Swaller's able to pick up that kill. Now Shox was tagged up as he pushed in the Beer, and nobody on Vast got the assist points as Swaller picked up that kill, so they should know that one more player's around the area. And speaking of which, Swaller falls. Evasion now trying to push through lights. He could come behind these players. Oh, can he do this? He's going to find it. He finds them too. 5-1 fights through, brings it down to a 1v1. 30 seconds remaining. This is doable.
Can Evasion do it? Now he's looking to hunt down his last target. He saw the feet moving, and Bomb is going to be there, and this is going to be a smart play by Shox. Shox is just saying, hey, I'm going to back up, wrap around, and I'm going to let you make the play, and I'm going to react.
Is he going to streak? He's going to streak. The glide bomb gets called in. The bomb gets planted, and he connects with it. That's how
that
you
was
win
next
1v1.
level on it. And Shox knew he had it. He knew where that bomb was going to go down, and he had the patience. He was like, all right, wait for it, wait for it. Now's the time, and he timed it perfectly.
Well, look at the situation from Shox's point of view, right? His two teammates die over near the B bomb site with time winding down. So he takes the gamble. He goes, I don't think you have enough time to go over towards the A bomb site.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to be committing to the plan over at the B site. Even though you're running Mountain, I'm just going to crash my glide bomb down, and he's able to see him even without the red indicator. Picks up the kill, stops the 1v3 from happening, but you also got to give props to Evasion. That was good movement that he's shown, and that's how you be decisive on the map. Pushing through lights, creates an opportunity for himself, and he capitalizes on it. Fortunately, he couldn't clutch the 1v1 at the end, but he makes it exciting.
Professor Raven, everybody. You know,
Raven, come on, dude.
Raven, sorry. You know what? Hey, I butcher names all day long. It's like the Key and Peele skit. Yo, hey, Ron, where you at? That's literally how I am when I'm pronouncing all these gamer tags. But that's Professor Raven for you guys. You know, letting you know all the intel. And Shox is gonna take down Swarley. Sales cleans it up, another kill. So even situation. Evasion's gonna get one as well. So now Vast with the man advantage, all up to Dance. I've seen him clutch a 1v4 already this weekend. He gets one.
At least he gets one, right? So he's on the board. No more donut for him. But this would be a big round for Mindfreak. And it would be a vibe kill inside of Vast. Connects with the grenade. Knows one player's tagged up. 40 seconds remaining. He's just going to take his time. Think this out. Try to work his angles. He's just in a rough position right now. Now his position's known. He has to back up. He has to commit to a play here. Because if he stays in that little cubby, he's trapped.
And I think he is. You know, I have just a feeling that he is going to get this bomb planted. I don't see anybody on Vast moving. Dance, I think he's going to aim that B-bomb site.
I mean, he knows that Cells is trapped there. He had Cells trapped along the ladder, right? Unless he climbed back up through fire. This is great movement from Denz. I think he's going to do this.
Yeah, he's going to get this planted. It's going to turn into a 1v1 situation. Cells, now he has to make the move. Let's see. We saw two epic 1v1 situations so far. Now Cells on the rotation, and Dan says, what you doing? Read him like a book.
Think about this. Denz coming into this round has 0 kills. All 3 kills that he has in this game win his team around. That's how you have an impact. And he was also the bomb carrier, so he knew that he was struggling, right? It doesn't take a genius. He pops up the scoreboard. He's like, guys, mates, I don't have a single kill. Let me get the bomb. I'll put my life on the line. But then when the time comes, he clutches up a big 1v3 for Dens, as now Mindfreak 1 round away from going up 2-0 in this series.
All right, let's see how this one's going to kick off. We're going to have Vast on the offensive side. You got Shock sitting at 6-3. Now looking, and I don't think, we can see it right now. Vast isn't changing much up. You would think that, the definition of insanity, trying things over and over and it not working. I would expect it for Vast to kind of switch up the bomb site. Gunfight going down. Bumps are going to lose that fight to Fighter. And now you're going to have a 3v2 situation in favor of Vast. This is still good for him, and actually the bomb does go down. They turn into a 3v1. Evasion takes down Shocks. Now it's going to be up to Fighter. Can he clutch up?
No, kill him. Stop him from getting the 1v3. There you go. Not going to happen twice against Vast. Maybe one 1v3 will happen, but not twice in a row. And just adding on to your point a little bit more about this Vast lineup, they don't really seem so creative on this map.
Yeah.
They're all using lethal grenades. I'm not seeing them bring out smokes, not seeing them bring out stuns. They're just playing very standard.
And even on the intel that you said before, when that guy got the hit marker, but he didn't notice he got assist points from it, so he knows that, hey, it's another guy back there. Like, little things like that, I'm not even sure if Vast are aware of in them switching up. But, basic gameplay. It's 2 tiers of gameplay that's going on now. But what Vast does have, they have a lot of heart, and that's keeping them in this S&D so far.
And look, it's building blocks for these guys. You make it through open bracket, that's step 1. You go into pool plays, and you start to play against this top talent. That's when you start to get real experience, and you start to build on the team. And I feel like it's only up from these guys from here on out.
It really is.
But look, they're still alive in this game. It's round number 9.
And this
you got
is only map
starting
number
to find
2.
his rhythm. Yeah, he's got a 3 kill spree. If he could earn some streaks, who knows where this game could go.
Uh-oh. Fighter, he gets 1. All right. That's going to even the odds.
Who's that coming around the flank over towards Statue? It's Shocks. He comes right through the dockside lap. He finds 1. He fights 2. He's fighting. The 3rd Evasion shuts him down. The saving grace for Vast. He's got the most kills for his team. Now in a 1v2 to keep his team alive in the map.
All right. Evasion. What can you do? One thing is certain. He can't evade these players to get that defuse.
I like it.
All right. Looking for that intel. Going to be slow and methodical with it because you got to check those corners because you know that these guys know where the bomb is planted. You're going to find one. So that gives them the info that they need, but Dens is not scared to challenge that fight. And we're going to see Mindfreak take map number 2 and go up 2-0 in the series. Yeah,
it must sound like a broken record at this point in time, but this is the skill gap that you see with teams that are in the Global Pro League. And this is, as we were saying, Tony and I were talking, coming into this one. I was like, this is a match of pride, right? Both teams, they are fighting.
Come in a little bit closer. I like to feel your energy on me.
Okay, I like to see. Even though they are fighting for bottom of the pool, Mindfreak are a Global Pro League team. So they're here to show that they deserve to be in the league, and it's good to see, some separation. They are the top team from the Australian region.
Yes.
It's good to see that they're able to take these games comfortably against some of the upcoming North American talent.
And if you're a Mindfreak fan, you don't want to kind of see them struggling in this matchup. Once again, even just their recent successes, they've been doing so well against some of these top teams. They've had close matches. Mindfreak has been, getting better here and there. So it's like a little big brother, little brother. Like, yeah, you guys are trying, but come on, we're trying to take this match 3-0 and start focusing on this champ bracket.
And I hate to sound so negative on the Vast side, but I hope I'm just giving them, constructive criticism.
Yes.
These small things that they could work on, you pointed out, just being more aware on the map and start getting a little more creative in the search and destroy, especially on London docks. Like, a standard strat we see from all teams is smoking off that A street, block that line of sight, give yourself something to work with.
And we
on
didn't
the map.
see any smokes from them coming
smokes
out at all, especially even from some of those B plants in which they was doing. Like it is, smoke out that middle cut, try to stop that sight line from the stairs on the dock side so you can get in there and get that bomb planted comfortably for your team. But at the same time, don't even think so bad about, like, being too hard on them, because even when these guys go back and watch the game, even when the viewers at home is like watching this game too, it's like we want to educate you guys. Let everybody know what was the right play, what was the wrong play, and especially when we got great minds like yourself who's been in the game for so long to be able to teach these things. But our map number 3 is going to be Ardent's Fours, CTF. What is going to be some keys of success for Vast to possibly take this map away from Mindfreak?
Vast is just playing off one another better. Some of the mistakes I saw them make against Luminosity and even in the early stages against Mindfreak is just working trades off one another. When you watch teams, I think right now the best team at it is FaZe, with Zuma and Attached, the way those SMG players play off of each other. And then the dynamic relationship between Assault Rifle players and SMG players just needs to be a bit more improved. And I want to see them really just lock down their roles, play off one another, work the traits in your favor, and throw some stun grenades.
Yeah, exactly. Got to be able to mix it up when it comes down to strategy. strategy, got to be versatile, and you got to be on the fly and understanding the situation that you're currently in to be able to get the best situation for your team, so your opponent just doesn't run away with this with so much momentum. Now, Ardens Forest is going to have a more favorable side than the other, and that's when you're kind of attacking from the bunker side to really kind of pull away with that one. We'll see who kind of stacks on that first, but that's going to be the side on Ardens Forest where I think that Vast really has to stack up, try to get some pulls, and try to get some momentum in this one.
Oh, yeah, of course. And look, I feel like throughout their pool play experience, Vast have just been playing like a little bit scared.
Yeah.
I saw it against Luminosity. Maybe they're just giving a little too much respect against your opponent. At one point in time, you just got to trust your own ability and trust that you could compete going up against your opponent. Granted, maybe not like with an opponent like LG, but with an opponent like Mindfreak, who's one of the weaker teams we do have in the Global Pro League. Don't mean any offense by that. I feel like this should be one where Vast should be telling themselves going to this. Guys, we could take it.
And so I will say one thing, in my years of competing, one thing that I always learned, whenever I got knocked home and got eliminated, I was always upset with myself for not being the guy to at least attempt to make the play. Playing scared and just let my opponents just come to me and just beat me up and just send me home. I would have rather died just taking the fights head on. And if I lost the gunfights, it's like, hey, you know what? I lost, but I made the play that needed to be made in that moment. And in due time, you get better in those situations. But, folks, we're in this one. And so far, so good. Still just an even score. Going to get a nice double kill from Vast. You see the control of Vast trying to push out, secure mid-map. Mindfreak is going to be up on respawn. And we'll see, how do they want to attack this Mindfreak flag?
Okay, Swarley making his way through cabin. Buzzo, once again, a key 2 piece for his team. It's going to allow Mindfreak to get some breathing room, and now Buzzo's going to take that opportunity to push on up, control the field side of the map, dens through the middle of the map. He finds one, through firing out. Mindfreak starting to set up an offensive push. You see the spawns coming in from Vast as Mindfreak are pushing from the ruin side of the map. It's going to force Vast to all spawn to your back bunker, and here comes the pinch.
Yeah, you see it. Can't see the number on the screen, but you see him over there, back Bell, trying to funnel those players. Yeah, Fighter trying to just funnel those players into his team, and he's going to be that guy to possibly move in and strike and pull it. Shocks, gets a big double, and now you will say this is where Mindfreak starts to slowly push in and get the kills in which they need, and there's Fighter. See, he wrapped all the way around to try to get the kill, and he's going to be able to clean up too, so he can get this flag, pull through bunker, and he's going to have the proper blocking, get some kills, but he managed to die by a nade by Noxie in mid. Noxie managed to get that kill in mid, toss the nade over, get that kill, and get the return.
That's such a clutch play from Vast. I was about to praise Mindfreak because they did everything right. It all starts with that first kill. Once you get that first kill of the players coming off respawn, that's when Fighter begins the pinch because he's on a timer. 7.5 seconds to stop influencing the spawns and allow Vast to spawn up near back Bell. The flag gets pulled, and it looks like they have the avenues cut. They have Dens who set up in the middle of the map, looking for the overextension through ruins. But that nade comes in, they have nobody to look over the middle of the map, and that winds up being the linchpin. Vast are able to make that clutch return happen, and now let's see if they can get some momentum off that, because that was a huge play for them. Should increase their morale a little bit.
All right, on board with Dan. Mindfreak still 0-0 in this matchup, still trying to get that first flag cap. And so we're going to get a double kill out of Vast. Now they're pushing up. They're at the 50-yard line of the map, waiting for Mindfreak to spawn up again because they know they need to at least get one more set of kills if they want to attempt to pull it. And it's going to be very, very difficult to pull it up on the bridge. They're going to have a strong offensive from Broken off the other side if they want to really get in there and pull that flag through. But we got a lot of gunfights, a lot of bullets flying, and we're going to see Vast strike first in this one. Mindfreak, even in the odds, Sales trying to push through the flank. Can he get this one? Bum's going to make a good one. He's going to get a second. This is looking good for Vast. They get a third. They get the fourth. This should give them right to get this flag and pull it. Only 2 players alive. If you can get around this corner, and you see, you're going to have Mindfreak spawning up over there by cave side.
Oh, invasion. You got to cut right through fire there, right off spawn. You know immediately that Mindfreak are going to be spawning up near the cabin side of the map and overextending over at the base. Thankfully, though, it's Nox there to pick up Fighter. This is almost certainly going to be a flag cap for Vast, and that is how you do it on this side of the map. You saw Vast spreading out on the map, pushing cabin, pushing through the mid-alley, and collapsing in on ruins all at the same time. You have to chain all those kills together because if you don't, you open up room on the overextension for players coming up off respawn, and it's tough to, at times, to pull the flag on that side of the map, but Vast are able to do it. They score first now with a minute remaining on the first half. Mindfreak are able to find 3. Last alive is going to be Invasion. This is a chance for Mindfreak to counter.
This is going to be a big kill. We're going to see a little body block. They're going to push in together and get him to and get this kill. But we saw Vast stop this cap before, and they're going to get a good spawn over there by top rock. So let's see. Looking to push through. A few is going to die. It's going to be all up to Sales. Can he get the kill? Can he stop this? And he's going to fall. This flag is definitely going in. And I was going to say, Vast, they're going to tie it up 1-1, but Vast, they got the first cap. At that point, it was okay for them to kind of play defensive because this is the hardest side of the map to really pull those flags on. But Mindfreak, they even the odds. If this round ends, I think a 1-1 split, I think that's a good win for Vast.
Yeah, listen, here's some rules for CTF. Rule number 1, every time you come off respawn, you have to rotate back to your base and make sure that your base is clear before you can push out and explore other avenues. You have to start counting players as well. Who's alive? Who's dead? Who haven't we killed in a while? Who could possibly be sneaking? It's important to track those players because the one moment you forget about somebody on the map is the exact moment you see them pulling your flag at the moment you least expect it.
Keep tabs on your opponent, folks. And now, about 1 second left in this round, and that's going to be all she wrote for round number 1. Going into round number 2, Vast managing to even it out. And I think I hear their one fan out there cheering for them. Let them know, keep it up. You're going to get 1 map off these boys. And as you said, as we entered this match beforehand, how they was kind of playing scared against Luminosity and everybody else. But this should be the team, the easier team in this pool in which you say, hey, these are the guys in which we just have to beat. But you got a Shock sitting at 12-5.
Yeah, realistically, this was their best shot out of the remaining teams in the pool to find a victory. And it all depended on what Mindfreak would show up. At times, it's a bit inconsistent. You don't really know what to expect from them from time to time, but they're handling business. This is a global pro league team versus an amateur team coming in through the open bracket. You expect to see some sort of skill gap. And one more thing that's working against Vast, looking ahead in this map, is Shocks. Starting to earn some score streaks. Already has a fighter pilot, 1 kill away from earning that 2nd-tier glide bomb.
All right, let's see. Dans will fall there to bums. And now, so a little slight man advantage in favor of Vast. They're going to start pushing towards this cave side of the map, looking for their next targets. Evasion is going to be able to find one. Now fighter picks up another one. Still just trading off these kills, looking for that prime opportunity to push in. And Evasion's just going to make sure he checks ruins for a quick second as his teammates spawn, making sure nobody's trying to get in there and sneak that flag cap. So they're looking to be held up pretty good. But Mindfreak, they just pick up a big double kill and they're trying to get aggressive.
And immediately you see them all starting to sprint up on the map. Shocks has to stay alive. He might want to use these streaks as players are coming off respawn, but as he dies, this might be a defensive hold from Vast. They're going to have quicker reinforcements to try to rotate back, clear out their base. As Nox picks up the kill on the Dens near cabin, immediately he sprints towards Mindfreak base. And Blaze, what was I just saying? What's rule number 1 in CTF?
Check
off spawn, you always
spawn.
Rule 1, always rotate back, clear off your base. Nox had an opportunity there to go for a flagpole, and off spawn, I think it might have been Buzzo or one of the other players from Mindfreak. Initially, he pushed up from Bell, and then he realized, like, okay, I got to rotate back.
Yeah.
There could be a threat at my base.
All right, Shocks gets a good double. But Mindfreak still not able to get in that base and pull the flag just yet. So far, good defense for Vast. Mindfreak waiting for that prime opportunity. It looks like Mindfreak's being patient. I like it. They're waiting for the rest of their teammates to spawn up, meet up with them. They know they're going to have to get these kills soon. That was probably going to be the opportunity for Vast to get out of their spawn and make something happen and clear up these kills. But, fully streaked out Shocks. What is he going to do? Looking for that first target. Finds one. Looking for 2. Not able to get Swarly.
But what's happening over near the base, it's going to be one Mindfreak player staying alive. That's going to be Invasion taking out Dens. And now the aggression could start from Vast as they start to progress up on the map. Strider's going to cut through Fire Alley inside bunker. He's going to find the last player alive if he just peeks back up. Yes, spots Buzzo. Can't find the kill, though. Buzzo, if he can stay alive, he can't. The remaining Vast players are starting to push up on the map. Bell side is open. So as they start to get closer and closer to bunker, you expect to see more Mindfreak players spawning near that top left side of the map where you just saw Buzzo spawn up. But that offensive push gets started. Nothing gets accomplished from Vast. At least you do wind up spending 1 streak from Shocks, which didn't get much going for Mindfreak.
Now Swarly has a guy above him. Not sure if he is aware of the situation. He's fully aware of it. He takes down Buzzo, so he clears out the ruined side of the map with that kill. Now looking mid-map, looking down Fire Alley, trying to see if he can find one more. But most of Mindfreak is already pushed up on the cave side, so he could choose to wrap all the way around, but he just wants to make sure mid-map is clear, and he's going to get the call out of Fire Alley, but he's going to have to back down from this one, see if his teammate can back him up. But it's actually his teammate failing. He's going to fall too. Gets gunned down by Shocks, and now Mindfreak's fully confident on his push.
Oh, he's going to use the artillery barrage. He calls it in all the way near the back bridge, and that's exactly where we see the Vast players starting to spawn up. So even though they do have some spawn protection, he's going to invest the glide bomb in here as well.
He's looking for the double.
Gets one,
but he gets the intel.
This is a good push.
Now, with 2 down, Mindfreak starting to push in. Dans falls, but Cell, he has his back. But Fighter has his back. And now the flag is pulled out. Being ran ruin side is going to all be up to Swarly. Swarly and Noxy. Can they get in and stop this one?
Fight, I don't think he could cross. He can't cross. He doesn't have the cover. Swally there. He has the angle, but he can't go for the return just yet. You see where the Mindfreak players are positioned. The flag's still away at base, but Swally, what he's doing is he's buying time, trying to slow down these Mindfreak players from crossing over. Flag gets repulled. Swally gets cleaned up. Did he buy enough time? I don't think so. Flag does get dropped again, but this is going to be a cap. Mindfreak take the lead.
There you go. Mindfreak with less than a minute left remaining. Can Vast tie this up once again? It's going to be difficult for him, but they're going to have to start slaying up now. It's going to have to begin with Sales and Swirly. Can they get a few kills? And Swirly's going to be engaged over there on the Ruin side. He gets traded out as well. So Vast still trapped in their spine. Mindfreak understands. They know how much time it is. They know where these guys got to push out. They're just watching all the angles, saying, I dare you to make a move. I double dog dare you. And they're going to start. Actually, they pick up a few kills. Haven't fallen just yet, but they're on the wrong side of the map. They need to get close to this flag.
Yeah, Mindfreak, you only have one goal in your mind right now. It's just kill. Find any kill you can get. Every kill you get sets Vast back, and it buys more time, and it brings you closer and closer to victory. They have to get a pull in these closing seconds to try to force some extra time in this game, but that's a clean 4 down. And with all 4 players dropping for Vast, that's going to secure the series for Mindfreak. They come in, they clean up house. It's a hot 3-0 for Mindfreak.
And Mindfreak, that's a good win in which they got to get at least a little bit of confidence before we start off our championship bracket. But, John,